Alright, we are live and jumping right into it. Let me just make sure still that I don't have any mods. Cool. I don't know why I jumped in to check that one. It says 0 right there. But anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to the live stream or video if you're rewatching this. As you can see, we are checking out the 1.45 open beta. And it's an exciting one. So I've already done a video on this. If you do want to check that out after the live stream, I jump in depth into absolutely everything that is in this update, or at least everything that I knew of, everything that I could find. And I also checked out some hidden roads in Montana. Let me just double check here real quick that my audio is doing fine. Okay, my audio is just a little loud on the mic, so let me turn down my gain a little bit. Hopefully that is a little better. Alright. And I am in the middle of a load already. We are going from Ogden to Portland with some aromatics, and I am using the owned tanker trailer, which is part of 1.45. Oh, no audio. Uh-oh. Jeff, I believe that may be something on your end. I've got the stream up on my phone, and I can hear myself. So, I guess if you can't hear me, though, then I would need to say something to you. JB, what's up? Let me type back to Jeff. Okay. Let us go ahead and get into the game. Still looking for a wheel. Found a few in Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, it's definitely worth taking the time to find one that is exactly what you want. Oh, that's right, it's nighttime. And I believe, yeah, I've only got 11 hours left, so I don't want to advance. I definitely don't want to advance my time. So unfortunately, we're just going to be driving in the dark for a little bit of this, but that is a-okay. Hopefully you guys don't mind too much. Thankfully, it's already almost 1 a.m., so we should get to sunlight fairly quick. But we will see. So I'll go ahead and just pull through here. G29 for 130 bucks. That's a pretty solid deal. Alright, we got trucks pulling in here. He's just pulling... Oh, these guys are just pulling across the... What is happening here? And they're just phasing through poles. Okay. Alright, don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on with that one, but let's go ahead and get going on out of here. If we can. Man, that trailer looks so good, even at night. Alright. So we're going to continue to head north on 84. I guess northwest. Kind of going multiple directions. I just have to buy this. Oh, okay. So it's just the wheel and pedals then, or is it even just the wheel? I feel like that could make a big difference on if that price is really worth it or not. If it's wheel and pedals, that's still a good deal. 130 bucks. A G29 is a little nicer than the G920. And I paid a whole heck of a lot more than 130 bucks for it. So, oh, I'm hearing an echo of myself, so let me turn down the audio on my phone now. There we go. Okay. Alright, we're getting pulling onto the freeway. I have got my foot to the floor and we are accelerating slow, and that is because they did a very good job on weights for the tanker trailers. So Again, I've got the fuel tanker currently, and I think the weight of just the load... Oop, swerving over into the other lane here. The weight of just the load is like 65,000 pounds or something like that, which I think is fairly realistic. I mean, it's a 53-foot tanker trailer. That seems pretty legit. So yeah, I'm grossing... Phoenix, can you stop, please? Phoenix. Sorry, my dog is making noise. Phoenix. Stop it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm grossing like 105,000 pounds, which again, for a 53-foot tanker, that seems fairly realistic. I know that in real life, most tankers are not 53 feet for that exact reason, is that they are very heavy. But I could be wrong. I don't know too much about realistic weights and stuff. I know about realistic weights for dry bulk trailers because one of my mods is a dry bulk trailer, and I had somebody who hauls that trailer in real life help me with those weights, and they were in that range. So yeah, I feel like 65,000 pounds of weight from the load is fairly realistic, but again, I don't know for sure. It's just the wheel and the pedals. Oh man, I gotta get back into the habit of looking at chat. I now have recorded a video and played ATS off of stream, and so now I'm used to not having to look over at chat and drive at the same time. So it'll give me a couple minutes, and I'll be back to it. But it's gonna take a little bit. But yeah, even if it's just the wheel and pedals, that's still a good deal. I mean, $130 is pretty solid. And then the nice thing is that then you can kind of get a nicer shifter if you want. I feel like that's what a lot of people do, is they just get the wheel and pedals, and then they get like a Thrustmaster shifter or something, because the Thrustmaster... Wow, that is a sharp corner. Sharp corn. I feel like the Thrustmaster shifter is just a bit better than the Logitech one. I have the Logitech one, and it is very cheap feeling. It's been great. I mean, I've had it for like 5 years now. But it has a very cheap feel to it, whereas I know most of my friends have the Thrustmaster shifter, and that works fantastic. $130 and $16.20 to ship, so it's like $146. Yeah, that's a very good deal. If you have the money to jump on that, I would definitely jump on that. All right, we are going up the what is the name of this? The Cabbage Hill? Cabbage Pass? Is that what it's called? I feel like it's something along those lines. Either way, it is very steep, and we are losing speed fast, so I'm going to go ahead and throw on the emergency flashers, because we are going significantly under the speed limit, and I feel like it's only going to get worse and worse. Oh, we're actually gaining a little bit of speed here, but still not great. I'm gonna buy it. Catch you later. Sounds good, JB. Good luck on your purchase. Alright, we're just about only 10 miles an hour under the limit, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw those flashers off. Don't really feel like I need them anymore. Looks like we got some emergency personnel in the right lane up here. And that means that we're slowing down a lot, which of course means that I am then losing all of my speed, and trying to get it back is going to be a nightmare. So I'm going to throw the flashers back on, because we're now going 30 miles an hour under the limit. And let's see how long it takes for us to get back up to speed, because I feel like it's going to be quite a while. Oh, or actually, I think we might be near the summit, so we might be picking up speed pretty quick here in a second. I have to do the opposite, where we throw on the engine brake and hope that that can keep us slowed down. Yeah, we are almost to the downgrade, so I'm going to go ahead and ease off the throttle. We got a green light, don't have to stop, so that is kind of nice. I'm going significantly below the speed limit, but that is because I'm trying to keep my speed down, since we are about to go down this 6% downgrade. here we go on to the downgrade. Downgrade with sharp corners. Thankfully, we've got a runaway truck ramp, so that helps a little bit. I'm going to try and keep it around 45 miles an hour, I think. I feel like that's a good amount. Got to get into the right lane here. Oh, never mind. That lane ends. Alright, we can put on a little bit of speed here. We're only going about 40 currently. Some of these corners are just so sharp. Modulating the usage of the jakes here, and now we are almost to the bottom, so now I can lay it down. And I can resume my cruise control. Hello, Daniel. Glad to have you here, man. We're doing a little bit of night driving to start, and then hopefully doing some day driving for the rest. And actually, now that I think about it, I turned my fatigue back on. And for the sake of the stream, I'm going to turn it back off. The only reason I'm continuing to drive through the night currently is because I feel like if I were to advance time, I then would not have enough time to deliver the load without being late. So fortunately, driving in the dark, I usually don't like doing that for the stream, but today is the exception. I also have got I figured out the adaptive cruise control. So I have now got the adaptive cruise control on, and that is super, super cool. So that was introduced in 144, and it was like a secret add-on. And so I never messed with it, and now I've got it activated. There also was like a pre-collision system type thing that got added. I tried turning that on, and it was just a nightmare. It would just, every single time you would go through a turn, and there was a car next to you, it would think that that car was in front of you and would slam on the pre-collision system, which brings you to a complete stop every single time. So that was really, really annoying. So I just eventually turned that off. But as you can see, the adaptive cruise control works fantastic. I have had no issues with it so far. I found one for $100 and 4 to ship, and it comes with wheel pedals and a shifter. Oh, wow. What kind of, is it another G29 or is it something different? 'Cause that also is a very good deal. That almost seems like too good of a deal, though, you know? So, I don't know. I would be weary of things like that. Keep an eye on it. Seriously, they added adaptive cruise control? I never knew that. Yeah, they did. In 1.44, they did. And the only way to activate it, though, because it's like they still consider it to be a very alpha feature, and which makes sense. Very beta feature. Which makes sense because, I mean, as I said, I tried using the pre-collision system, which is kind of using the same system to work it, and that did not work very well at all. So I can understand why they only have it so that you can activate it through the console. And so what you do is you go into the console, and then it's G_emergency_brake for the pre-collision system, which is why I obviously have it set to 0. And then the other one is this G_ACC, and then the value after it is how far away it'll try and keep you. I don't know what the units are. I saw a YouTube video from somebody, and they showed all the different distances, and like I feel like 30 is a good range, so I have mine set for 30. Because as you can see, that puts me, I think, probably right about here. It'll start slowing down. Yeah, and it does. So 30 seems like a good distance. I tried to set it to like a lesser distance, and it was just like getting super close and then slamming on the brakes, and that seems really weird. And then I tried with a larger value, and it was just like slamming on the brakes even though I was super far away. So 30 was kind of that nice middle ground. And then the only other thing you have to do for it to work, actually I guess you don't have to do this for it to work, or yes you would have to do this, sorry, you come down here and it says smart cruise control. If it by default I think is either disabled or has a tolerance of 0. I set it to a tolerance of 3, so that way if I'm going downhill and there's nobody in front of me, it's not going to slam on the brakes at 66 miles an hour, or whatever my cruise control is set to. It'll have a little bit of leeway. So yeah, but it is super cool, and it works really well. And then yeah, see, he went down to 54, and now that he's out of the way, you can hear the throttle. Now we're rolling again. Sorry, JB, didn't respond to your message. It's the G27. That's cool. Yeah, if you can get a G27 with a shifter and pedals for $100, that is pretty solid. Oh boy, we're doing weird things here. Sorry for whoever I cut off. I was trying to grab my water bottle, and there was a lot happening. Somebody was merging, and a lot going on. Alright. We're having some water. But yeah, so anyways, Daniel, so they're doing a really good job with the realistic, like, new features and stuff. I think this one, since it's really in the beta, they're not too worried about the realism of it. Whereas with the rain sensing wipers, which were just introduced in 145, those ones only work on trucks that have it in real life, which I think is really cool. So like in this truck, I'm in a 389 currently. I think I'm just gonna override the smart cruise here. The rain sensing wipers don't work in this truck. So when I was testing it out, I was all confused. I thought I was doing something wrong, or maybe that there was an issue with... Oh, okay, you're going. Wasn't really letting you go, but that's fine. But yeah, I was trying to use the rain sensing wipers in this truck, and it wasn't working, and I was like, what the heck? And then I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to try it in the Cascadia, and sure enough, in the Cascadia it worked. So that is cool. SCS is really stepping their game up. And I know I talk about it like, every single time, but man, SCS just, they really know what they're doing. It is crazy to see how far they've come in the last 7 years. I mean, features like that is not something I would have never thought would come to this game, and here we are. And then yeah, and then other things is, I definitely think Montana is going to be next. I know a lot of people were thinking that Texas would be first, but I mean, realistically, Texas is just so huge, and that is just such a major design feat for the game that I think that one's going to take them until 2023. But I'm excited for Montana. Montana's another big state. It's just not as densely packed, so I feel like it's a little easier to have built, and I feel like that's why we're probably getting that one first. But yeah, cool stuff. I know a lot of people, like I said, were excited for Texas to come, and we're hoping that would come first. I didn't really care. So the fact that we're just getting another state soon, and it looks like we're getting another state with 145 when it comes out officially, that is super exciting. So I'm sure that here within the next couple weeks they will probably give an announcement date for when Montana will be coming. And I'm looking forward to that, as I'm sure many other people are as well. The few hidden roads that I took a look at looked fantastic, so that was also really exciting. I got to take a look. I went past the barriers and looked at some more of Yellowstone, and that looked really cool. So yeah, again, if you want to see those hidden hidden roads. I do have a video posted of that you can check out after the live stream, or if you're rewatching this live stream later, you could check it out now and then come back to finish watching this at a later time. But yeah, today we're just doing some driving in 145. I'm not really going through all the features and stuff. All right, let's lower our cruise control a little bit here. Let's go into the outside view for just a little bit so you guys can get a look at this beautiful tanker. Looks like they redid the placards too, so the placards are a little bit higher quality. That is nice to see. But yeah, look at that. Look at the shine on that tanker too. They did a really good job with the chrome. I like it a lot. I'm excited to get a skin on these, hopefully sometime soon. I'm sure somebody will release a template sooner or later, and honestly, I probably could do it without a template, just using the ones that SCS has, but I'm just gonna wait for a template. But yeah, I am gonna be using this trailer and the dry bulk trailer quite a lot, so it would be nice to get a skin on them. Get my company logo or company name on the side at least. Should be pretty sweet. I think we'll stay in the outside view for a little bit longer. Really take a good look at that trailer. 53-foot tanker, man. That is large. Large and in charge. Got a way station coming up, and I have a feeling we're gonna have to stop. Just got a feeling. Because we didn't have to stop at the first one. Yep, I knew it. So we gotta get her back down here. All the way down to 15 miles an hour. Things are going really well for me in the world of video games currently. So 145, the open beta just came out, which they said is a super early version, and that there's issues and known bugs that they have. And so far, the only ones that I found are like that the wheels on the single 28-foot dry bulk trailer are like squeezed in. Aside from that, I haven't noticed any issues at all. So, I mean. I don't know if that was all they were referring to, was the single dry bulk trailer being like squeezed or what, but yeah, I haven't noticed any other issues aside from that, and then maybe the trucks driving through the pole that we noticed at the start of this stream, but yeah, it seems very stable. I also haven't driven on it a ton, but I mean, I did a full video on it was a 30-minute video. Which means it was even more than that I had actually recorded and played the game for. So, yeah, I did that whole thing and never noticed any issues. So, yeah, seems pretty good. But anyways, getting back to the point of good world in video games. I mean, good life as far as video games go. Is we got 145, and then I play a lot of ACC, and they are releasing an American Tracks pack, and that comes out tomorrow, so that is super exciting. And then Forza Horizon 5, they announced the Hot Wheels pack and all the cars that are coming with it. That is coming out here in the next couple weeks, and I'm also looking forward to that. So yeah, a lot of good stuff going on in the world of video games that I like. And then also on the Epic Games Store, my friend Joey told me that Car Mechanic Simulator is currently free, so I'm going to grab that. Hopefully today. I think it's still free. He said that he thinks it's free until tomorrow, so I'm going to try and grab that before it is no longer free. Okay, I did have the e-brake on. I mean the Jake brake on, so there we go. Jake brake is now turned off. But, yeah, lots of cool stuff happening in video games, and I am struggling to keep up. But, that's a good problem to have. So, yeah, for today, I think pretty much we're going to stream nothing but American Truck Simulator until at 11. I'm going to have to go because Al has lunch at 11:30, and I drove her to work today, so I have got to drive to her work to visit. And then I don't know if I'll have time to stream after. I usually give that disclaimer that I don't know if I'll have time or not, and then I usually end up not having time. So we'll see what happens today. But I certainly would like to do 2 streams today. We'll just have to see. I may just not do ATS for this full first, few hours until I have to leave to go to their lunch. But we'll see. So yeah, kind of all up in the air right now. Also kind of depends on how many people are watching. If there's a bunch of people watching this and enjoying it, then I'll stick with this. If it's kind of dead, then maybe I'll make the switch over to Forza Horizon 5. Do some drifting or something. But it is all up in the air. I also I don't know. I've been enjoying ACC a lot lately. I may do that. But for now, American Truck Simulator it is. And we are almost to our first delivery point, at which I think I may switch trailers since I've got a garage in Portland. Looks like we want to stick in this lane, so I am going to do that. Let's back the cruise control down to 52 since it's only 50 mile an hour through here. 50 mile an hour. I had to say 50 miles an hour. That reminds me of Donut Media with their Herspers. That's what me saying mile an hour felt like. Felt like the equivalent of saying Herspers. I just realized I did not have breakfast before starting the stream, so I also may take a quick break to go grab something to eat. Oh wow, we are going really slow up this overpass here. All the way down to 24 miles an hour and still losing speed. This AI truck is just struggling with that hill. Both of these ones. The one with the oversized load and this one. Car Mechanics Simulator is free up until tomorrow at 8 in the morning. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, once I get off stream, that is when I plan to grab it. And then I should probably also have Al grab it for their computer, so I will make sure to let them know when they get home from work tonight. And that way we can both have it. That would be pretty cool. Being able to play Car Mechanic Simulator together. That would be fun. I don't think there's actually a multiplayer, but I'm just saying we've got our computers right next to each other, so we could both play at the same time, and I think that would be fun. See what kind of cars the other is building. Plus, I've always said that I don't know, I have always considered myself a car enthusiast, and I do love cars, and I fully believe that the extent of your knowledge on cars does not determine whether you're a car enthusiast or not. However, I personally have always wanted to learn more about how cars actually work and stuff. And I always feel like I don't know as much as I would like to. And so having Car Mechanic Simulator, I'm hoping, will teach me a little bit more about cars in general and teach me some useful things that I could use in real life. So play it in tandem, a split screen mode without it being on the same screen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is the plan. That'll be super cool. So yeah, and then that's another game for me to stream too. So yeah, I think that'll be fun to grab. I just got to make sure that I remember to grab it before the end of the day for both of us. All right, got to swing wide for this turn here. We are good, and then got to swing wide again for this one. Thankfully, both of these corners had plenty of room to work with. Man, we still almost kissed the curb there. And then getting into this prefab is going to be kind of interesting because this is a little bit of a sharp corner. We got the fence here. And then also lots of vehicles come down this road, but we're clear. Alright. Let's just go over this speed bump, and it looks like the spot that we're backing into is dead ahead. So what I think we're going to have to do here is pull off to the right. I'm going to go ahead and throw on the flashers. Pull off to the right, and then just kind of back our way down. We're going to be backing onto the blind side, but I think we can make it work. And for today, I am going to try and keep it realistic as far as backing into places goes. So we are going to stick on the inside view and then go into the outside view only when we're completely stopped, to treat it as if we're getting out of the truck to take a look. So I am going to go ahead and do that now. Come to a stop, get out, see where we're at. We are looking fairly good, so let's go ahead and get back into the inside camera here. And then I've got to get straightened out so that I don't hit this wall here. And, I think we're still doing fairly good. And as soon as we get past this wall, I guess actually I should probably stop, because I'm sure the tanker has moved quite a bit now. Yes, it has. That is definitely not what we want. Alright, so let's get back into the inside view. Let's do one of these deals where we kind of just pull to the right and then pull to the left to kind of straighten it out a little bit. Alright. And then we could... Oh, now we're a little too straightened out. Alright, let's go back into the outside view, see what we're working with here. Yeah, straightened out a little too much. Alright. Crank it all the way the other way. For sure, I just grabbed it myself just now, although my Epic's game library is all made up of games that were free for a limited time. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, I don't think I use Epic Games for anything so far. So, I know, I'm fairly certain I have an account. But we will see, I guess. Okay, let's see where we're at. Alright, need to crank it back the other direction again. This is tough, man. Back in blind. It's not super fun. Alright, and stop and see where we're at. We are looking good. Oh, I guess realistically you wouldn't be able to zoom in. Your eyeballs do not do that. Alright. Now, should be able to get straightened out a little bit. And then just back all the way down to it. Alright. There we go. Now we got it lined up pretty much perfectly, and this should be easy peasy from this point. Oh, and I zoomed in again. Sorry. Real eyeballs don't zoom. Alright, just trying to make sure I'm not hitting that pole. I am not. Oop, going a little too far that way. I am on the lines. Let's stop and get out. Yep, I am pretty much right on the line. Alright, that's good enough for me. Oh, and we are in the green. And there we have it. Successful park. And now a successful delivery. Alright, our first ownable tanker load. Look at that, $89,000. And we will just hit continue because we are going to swap out trailers. And I gotta be honest, I am not really in the mood. Oh, I was gonna say I'm not in the mood for a B double, and that kind of works out because somebody else is hauling it. So, yeah, let's make this one private because I don't want them driving this one, taking this one, I mean. And then let's go ahead and buy a dry bulk trailer for ourselves. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to do the double. I haven't done a double in a while. Double or rock? I'm going to go with the double. I don't want to do the Rocky Mountain double. Not in the mood. Let's make sure these fenders are aluminum. Lights, we don't have any extra options. Exclusive on that. Let's go ahead and I don't really ever use anything other than the standard chrome. So let's go ahead and use the advanced chrome this time. Some Duraseal. Advanced chrome on that. Hello, friend. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. I was talking about you a little bit earlier. All right, and that looks good to me. Let's go ahead and confirm purchase. I do not currently own a garage in Portland. That is a little sad. All right, so let's go ahead and move it to Salem, and then we will just buy a new garage here in Portland. Let's see, can I afford? I can afford the large one, just barely. This is an investment, and I am now pretty much out of money. So that's a little unfortunate, but that's okay. All right, let's make private and then relocate it to here in Portland. And then, let's see, does this truck look good with these? It does, but I actually think that the 9900i would look better. Let's relocate this one to Portland. Let's check out the upgrades, make sure that everything looks good here. And it does. All right. So I will still drive over to the garage and do it that way. To once again to keep it realistic. All right, and then oh, we can lift this axle. Or those axles, I guess, because multiple lift. And then let's get going over to the garage. Alright, and getting out of here is also going to be interesting because we're going to have to do one of these bad boys where we swing to the right and then to the left and then back to the right. I also cannot see. Like at all. Okay, I think we're clear to the left. Not clear to the right. And it looks like we got a couple more cars coming. And then we're clear. Alright. And we have cleared the fences. We are good. In the outside view just for a minute here. And then let's pull over into this garage. All right. And as you can see, I've got no barriers visible, and that is because in 1.45, you can turn those off finally. I love that. I love that we have that ability now without having to use the console. It is so nice. All right. Let's go ahead and move myself into this truck and then take the double. And then let's also make sure that after we do all that, I go in here to options and have the parking be safe. Because I am not about to try and back up doubles. I feel like that would be a nightmare. All right. Let's see what we got for the cargo market. Let's do something fairly long. That's essentially the same drive I just did. You know what? Sacramento got reworked in 144. Let's do this. I don't normally like driving in California, but you know what? I've got the California doubles. And seems fitting to drive to California, so let's do it. All right. Oh, and I should probably make sure that I've got enough time to get there. Expires in 20 hours, so yes, I do. All right, and I don't know how much fuel I've got in this thing. Let's see, where's our fuel gauge? Oh, we're at like 3/4 of a tank, but while I'm here, I might as well go ahead and fill up. And there we have it. Go ahead and roll down the windows a little bit. It's a nice day, both in-game and in real life, so I feel like my in-game vibes should be the same as the real-life vibes, which is windows down. I can't see a thing. Alright, no cars from that direction. Plenty of cars from this direction. And I gotta wait, so I'm just blocking traffic now. Alright. Sorry, car. You're just gonna have to wait a second. Alright, there we go. We are good. Oh my indeed. That was a little bit of a blind pull out there, but made it work. Just had to force somebody to stop, but it's fine. They can deal with it. Gotta admit, when it comes to turning, driving doubles is actually pulling doubles. I mean, is actually seems a little easier than than normal trailers. At least the AI isn't full California driver mode. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, I didn't even look to see if there was anybody on my left, but there was not, so we're good. Definitely would have just crashed into them. Saw a car with California plates here recently, and they were cutting in the lanes. Yeah, that doesn't shock me one bit. As someone who grew up in California, I can confirm that the drivers are the worst. Every single time I go back to visit my family, literally, like, we get off the plane or whatever, you know, or if we drive, it's like the second we get into California, literally within 2 minutes, I'm like, oh, yep, we're definitely back in California because, oh my goodness, these drivers are awful. not exactly helping our Canadian view of California drivers not being able to drive properly. Albeit we have some some wank drivers here too, but not to that extent. Yeah, they're pretty bad. I'm constantly amazed at how bad the drivers are there. It is incredibly awful. I like, to be completely honest with you, that was one of the main reasons I moved, because I love driving so much that I just couldn't stand being around California drivers so often. Like every single time I went out to drive, I was worried I was going to get crashed into by someone. And for somebody who likes driving, that is not something I want to have to deal with. I want to be able to fully relax and enjoy my drive and not be worried about being crashed into by someone. So, yeah, that is one of the main reasons I left, is I wanted to actually be able to enjoy my driving. We're back at 55. Yeah, no doubt, it's mind-blowing. Yeah, and I've been to a lot of different states, and I will say some states do definitely have worse drivers than California drivers, but California drivers are easily in the top 5. I would say New York and Florida are probably the only ones that could really compete. Alright, I think once we get to our spot to pick up our load, that is when I will probably go down and grab a quick snack. Something just to eat real quick. Maybe even just eat it while driving and just have my camera and mic turned off, just so you guys can enjoy the sounds of the game and enjoy the stream. Thanks for everybody who is here watching. Happy to have you here. Always love streaming ATS. ATS is one of the most relaxing games that I play, aside from when the AI does really dumb stuff. But it is very nice to just be able to hang out, chat with everybody, have a good time. Will, what is up? Glad to have you here, man. We are just about to pick up a load with these double dry bulk tankers. I am on the 1.45 open beta, as you can tell from the title. And these ownable dry bulk tankers are new, so I am taking advantage of it. Oh, and there's an AI using the new tanker as well. Must have taken the, oh, didn't need to stop there. Hit the brakes just a little too hard. I don't know why that other truck with the dry bulk tanker pulled off there, just to get right back on the freeway, but to each their own, I guess. How are you doing, Will? What are you up to today? Anything fun? Anything exciting? Another red light. It's always so weird to go to places in game that I've gone to many times in real life, especially like recently. Like I've taken some friends to the PDX airport. Al has also taken some people to the airport recently, so it's like we both have been here multiple times within the last year, probably like 5 or 6 times I would think within the last year. So now to be here in game is just so weird. Definitely, like I always say when I do drive at places that I've been to in real life, the scaling is tough. You can tell that they really have to scale stuff down, but Still looks really good. They hit the important parts. Wow, what is going on with the railroad bell? It's like it's doubling over itself. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. But it is definitely too loud. Like it's overlapping each other. That's really funny. Alright, I was a little worried I was going to block the intersection, but I am not, so that's good. That is so funny. Alright, let's pull into the depot here. Portland Cargo Central. Alright. And let's... Ooh, or we can go all the way to San Francisco. No. Let's do Sacramento, since Sacramento has been reworked. And San Francisco has not yet been reworked. Alright, and even though I did the safe parking, because this is the loading, it's going to want me to back in. So I'm just going to have to keep hitting enter until hopefully it just... Yeah, there we go. Alright. It's freaking out a bit. Yeah, I didn't know if you would be able to hear it or not. But, oh, the truck stayed on. Okay. But, yeah, it was a doubling over itself. And I've never heard it do that before in the game, so that was kind of funny. Kind of funny to listen to. You know, I feel like this is not the appropriate looking truck for these trailers. I feel like I should have done a single rear axle day cab or something. Maybe there's a service shop I could stop at and swap out. No, I guess I don't want to spend a bunch of money. Do I already have a single rear axle truck? I do. I have a Mack Anthem, but it's Goodyear ready. Oh, I've got a Volvo. That's about it, though. So, no, I'll just stick with this truck. That is okay. Since I'm tight on money, we will stick with this. Oh, and I said I was going to grab a snack for myself real quick while I was at a stopping point. And then I didn't. So let's go ahead and we'll just pull over up here. And now I will go down and grab a snack real quick. And then I will come back and I will eat while driving. But I will have my mic off and all that stuff. So, yeah, I will be right back. I am back. Accidentally turned on my face cam there, even though I just said I wouldn't. Yeah, so while I eat, I'm just going to mute my mic and just let you guys enjoy the sounds of the game and talk amongst yourselves like you are currently, which is great to see. But yeah, Al covered it. I was just getting a snack, and now I'm going to eat the snack while driving. So enjoy the sounds of the game. I'm going to turn the sounds of the game up a little bit and mute my mic. JP, I have got a cheese stick. I don't know if you'll even be able to hear me over the game now that I've turned the game up, but I got a cheese stick and some beef jerky. This seems like a really excessive amount of time for these to be down, considering that the train hasn't passed yet. Oh, that's right. It's because it's at the train station right there. Never mind. I love cheese sticks. To each their own, of course. Everybody's tastes are different, but I love cheese sticks. I think they're so good. I also thought about getting fruit snacks in a Nutri-Grain bar, but then decided against it. I'm back from my snack. Jeff, I hate to tell you this, but I think it is still you this time. I've still got the stream up on my phone. Everything still looks fine. So I don't know. I don't know why that would happen. Why you wouldn't get the video and it still, when it like is still working, but yeah, it's super weird. Don't know what's going on there. I don't know if anyone else can confirm that they're having the same problem. But I've got it up on my... Oh, yeah, no, I've got my my face cam turned off currently. So I was having a quick snack. I did just finish though, so I will turn my face cam back on in a second. And actually, I will also pause the game and turn the gonna turn the game audio back down a little bit now that I am going to be talking on a regular basis once again. So let me put on the Be Right Back screen just real quick. Let's lower that volume back down a little bit, and then one of my other screens moved for some reason. So let's adjust that as well. And now we will throw the face cam back on. There we go. But thank you, Jeff. I do appreciate you letting me know, just in case. Just in case I didn't know. Because sometimes that does happen, where I forget to do something and then there's not really many people watching. Excuse me, not many people watching. And so then I look over after having not looked at OBS for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, oh, for the last 20 minutes, my screen has been on the wrong thing, or, you know, my game has been muted, or whatever it is. So, Jeff, I do appreciate it. Thank you. You snacking, don't want people to see you. Yeah, exactly. I figured I'd just let people enjoy the game sounds for a little bit while I was having my breakfast. But now my breakfast is done. It was delicious. I am now full and ready to do some talking and trucking at the same time instead of one or the other. $100 wheel guy doesn't know how to ship. That explains a lot. Yeah, maybe worth going for the $130 one. I only do it from experience. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I do the same thing whenever I watch other people's streams. I always try and really pay attention to things, and like, I'm willing to risk being wrong for the sake of like potentially helping them realize something that they didn't notice, you know? It's like there's been times where I was like, hey, your music's really loud, and they're like, yeah, I want it to be loud. I was like, okay. And then there's been other times where I've been like, hey, you're only like half your screen is showing, and they were like, oh yeah, 'cause the other half is like glitching out or something. So I was like, okay. So yeah, I always appreciate when somebody does the same for me, tries to make sure that I am looking good. Thanks for everybody who's here and is saying stuff in the chat. I appreciate it. JB, Jeff, Daniel, Al. Appreciate all you guys being here. I know that Will also said something briefly. I think he just said what's up, and then I don't recall seeing anything since, but either way, thanks Will for also chatting. Whoever else is here watching and is not in the chat currently, I do still appreciate you being here, watching and hanging out. Do feel free to say something in the chat if you want. If not, no pressure. Always like to mention that. I'm going to leave the $100 wheel alone right now. Yeah, probably a good call, honestly. If he doesn't know how to ship, probably not the kind of person you want to be buying from. That just seems sketchy. Thank you also to all who have liked the stream. Do appreciate it. Boosts the stream a bit, and that is always appreciated. driving south through Oregon currently, and we are heading for Sacramento. And we are hauling, I don't actually know what we're hauling. I just know we're hauling something in the double dry bulk tankers that have been introduced to American Truck Simulator in this 1.45 open beta. These things do look fantastic. Are you going to live stream? Am I going to live stream the live stream of ACC? No, I was not planning to. I'll probably just pull it up on my phone or on my second monitor or something, and just mute the game or mute the live stream. I just essentially want to be able to glance over and look at what the tracks look like. But yes, I am going to watch the live stream that they are going to do. But I do not plan to also live stream over it. I'm going to keep live streaming American Truck Simulator while we are slamming on the brakes for literally no reason. Wow, I'm glad the brakes in this truck are really good. I was sort of not paying attention, and then all of a sudden saw the car in front of me was practically coming to a stop, and I didn't have my my adaptive cruise control on, and I feel like my adaptive cruise control probably would have caught on, but I didn't have that on, so it was all on me, but I caught it, thankfully. But yeah, anyways, Jeff, to finalize my point, no, I am not going to live stream their live stream, but I am going to watch it and keep an eye on it, because I think it's starting here in like 10 minutes or something. 10, 15 minutes. It'll probably start at the top of the hour. I think on Facebook it says that it starts at 9:50. But I'm assuming that's what time they're like going to start the countdown for when the stream starts, and the actual stream will probably start at the top of the hour. I'm gonna go for the $130 wheel. Yeah, that's a good call. That one sounds like a good deal, and it seems legit. I feel like, again, $100 for like a wheel, shifter, and the pedals seems like there would be something wrong. And then, I mean, the fact that he doesn't know how to ship probably didn't help either. But yeah, the 130 for a wheel and shifter, a wheel and pedals, that's a good deal. That is a good deal and seems legit. Alright, we are getting pulled into the weigh station. I'm going to go ahead and throw the UI up, even though I normally don't, because I am curious what our total weigh-in is going to be here. I have a feeling it's going to be fairly high, but I could be wrong. I guess if we're going into California, maybe not. I don't know. I'm gonna grab a quick drink of water here, so I'm gonna let you guys just see the game. Wow, whoever is currently at the front of the scale is taking forever. What is going on up there? Can we go, please? Wow, I honked and they actually moved as soon as I honked. That's kind of funny. I know it was purely coincidental. They don't actually, like, respond to the honks in this game, but it still was funny. Good timing. Now this guy's gonna sit here for a million years. Okay. He's rolling. Alright, let's see what we weigh in at. Oh, 53,000 pounds. That's not bad at all. In fact, so not bad that I think maybe it's wrong, or... Oh, I guess I don't know what I'm hauling. Maybe I'm just hauling something super light. Let's see. I gotta know now. Oh, grain. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense then, why it's only 53,000 pounds. Once I get my wheel and my shifter, I'm gonna be trucking. Nice. I think, JB, were you the one who was interested also in getting ACC and maybe doing some racing? Because if so, then you definitely might want to jump on that now, because it's on sale for the Steam Summer Sale, and it's very inexpensive, even with all the DLC. So, if you were interested, because I feel like I remember you being interested, now is definitely the time to get it. Plus the American Tracks DLC is just about to come out. So it's also good timing for that reason. Man, my adaptive cruise control was freaking out for a second there, so I'm gonna just drive manually for a minute. Yes, I'm gonna get that too. Sweet, good call. I don't know if it might be worth waiting until the American Tracks come out. I don't know if the sale, I don't know how long the sale lasts, but if the sale lasts until like July something, I would wait until the American Tracks DLC comes out, because you might be able to get that included in the bundle as well. I kind of doubt it. I feel like if they're releasing a brand new DLC, they're not gonna have any way for you to get it at a discounted price, but still maybe worth waiting if the sale lasts, just in case. I mean, you really never know. So just thought I'd throw that out there. But yeah, I'm super excited for the American Tracks pack. That's gonna be sweet. Like I was saying earlier in the stream, lots of good stuff happening in video games currently. I mean, American Truck Simulator, for example, I had been looking forward to having an ownable dry bulk and ownable tanker trailer so much that I essentially learned how to mod and modded the SCS trailers that were already in the game to be ownable, just so that I could have the ownable ones. And now they finally are officially in the game, and I no longer have to update my mods or do anything like that because they're in the game. So this was an update that I had been waiting for a very long time, and I am so happy to have them in the game. And of course, I feel like SCS does a better job with the trailers than I do. So it is nice now to have their official stuff in the game, all the UI that pertains to these trailers, and all the different customization options and stuff. I essentially just took the ones that were not ownable, made them ownable, and then threw on like another body type, and that was pretty much all I did. So now to have like customization options and be able to paint over the chrome in the game and all that kind of stuff, it's super sweet. So this is an awesome update. I'm very excited to have it here. I'm sure many other people will be excited as well. They have like all the trailers in real life in the game. Getting close. Definitely getting close. There's certainly some that I've seen in real life that I still have yet to see in the game, or trailers that are in the game already that aren't ownable and I feel should be. But they're certainly getting close, always improving, always adding more, and it's very exciting. I certainly hope that at some point they redo the cattle trailer, because that was one that I had been looking forward to for a really long time, and that is the only time that I can think of so far that SCS just really dropped the ball on something. Yeah, I don't know. That cattle trailer just was not it. But everything else, they've done a fantastic job on. Literally all the other game updates, game features, trailers, trucks, everything, they have absolutely nailed it. It was literally only that one trailer that I feel like they just really dropped the ball on. But yeah, we're doing some tanker yanking. Started off with some finishing a fuel tanker load that I had already started, and now doing some dry bulk stuff. Not all the trucks real life aren't in game. No, definitely not. Licensing on that kind of stuff. That's the nice thing about the trailers, is that like they don't really need officially licensed trailers to have stuff that looks realistic. But when it comes to the trucks, since they've already started with real trucks, I feel like, you know, if they suddenly made a fake truck that looked like a real truck, it just wouldn't fit in the game, you know? But then, of course, we also have gotten the Load King and Prestige trailers recently, and it's nice to have those in the game and have those real trailers. But yeah, I think having all real trucks be in the game is something that, I mean, even all real modern trucks, I don't think will ever happen. just because, I mean, the trucks take so long to model and get all the licensing for and everything. And then, of course, any trucks that are old, you can probably throw them out the window. Those are never going to come to the game because they're never going to be able to get licensing for it. I mean, even this one, the 9900i, this stopped being made in 2017, but when in 2017, when this truck was still being made in real life, that was when they started to work on this truck. I don't know what exactly happened, whether it was a licensing thing or just that the truck took forever to make, but that's the only reason that we got it just now, is because, again, they started making it while the truck was still being produced. So yeah, any trucks that are not being produced anymore, though, I don't think it's going to happen. This is genuinely the only exception. And that is unfortunate because, you know, there are a lot of really cool older trucks out there, but that's what we rely on the modding community for, and that is why I love Jeff's mods so much. That is Half-Assed Gaming, who has been in the chat. He's got Project 3XX, which is a bunch of different Peterbilts all in one mod. He's also got a Kenworth CBE, that's another really old truck, and all kinds of other trucks and trailers and stuff. Some that are still very much a work in progress and are only available to patrons through his Patreon. Yeah, all very cool stuff. And other modders also make some good stuff. Quite honestly, the only truck mods that I ever use are Jeff's. I usually actually just stick to SCS stuff. I do a lot of vanilla gameplay because the vanilla game is so good now, but when I do drive modded stuff or modded profiles, I am almost always using HFG's modded vehicles and modded trailers. Oh, alright, I was going to go around him because he was going so slow, but then I didn't need to because he got all the way out of the way. Drift the truck. I don't think I could do that. I could potentially try at some point, but not right now. I've got double trailers on here. I think trying to drift this truck would not go very well with these double trailers attached. But hello, glad to hear you're checking in from Spain. That is cool. Oh, we are about to enter into California, so I gotta lower my speed down here. It is always cool when somebody joins from and is watching from somewhere else in the world. I know a couple weeks ago somebody joined that was from Ukraine. That was super cool, getting to talk to them. Hopefully they are still doing well, doing safe. They haven't been on any chats since, which worries me a little bit, but I certainly hope that they are still doing okay with everything that's going on over there. But yeah, hopefully all is well for you. I'm assuming Carlitos, is that the name you want me to call you? Do you want, or is there another name that you actually go by? You just let me know what you want me to call you, and I will call you that. But for now, I'll just keep calling you Carlitos. But thanks for being here. Thanks for joining the chat. Do appreciate it. And we've got our border check here. I love that they added this. It's so cool. I think the only thing that I don't like about this little checkpoint is that in real life, this is not always closed off like this. Very often it is, but there are some exceptions. All drivers present your ILS F lading. I don't know what that's supposed to say. Do you guys see that? Hang on. Is this supposed to say so? Oh. I think, okay, the words got cut off. But I don't know what it's supposed to say. Somebody in chat maybe help me out. Do you know what it's supposed to say? I've driven through this specific checkpoint in real life before, but I've never obviously gone to the truck side, so I don't know what that's supposed to say. Oh, and actually, it is almost time for the ACC stream, so I'm going to pull over real quick and throw on my flashers here. Throw it in neutral and put on bill of lading. Okay, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Alright. Let's, actually, I think I'm going to pull it up on my second monitor. So let me throw up the Be Right Back screen for you real quick. And I'm going to mute the game, but I will leave my mic on, because I can still chat with you guys while I'm pulling up the ACC stream. You need that for some kind of shipping. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Daniel. I don't know if you looked that up or if you just knew off the top of your head, but either way, I do appreciate it. Alright, let's see if I can get this live stream pulled up. And mute it. Alright. There we go. Alright. I am all set now. I can turn my cameras back on. Oop, that's not the right thing. There we go. And unmute the game, not mute myself, which I just accidentally did. And we are good to go. And I was right about the stream. I said that it would start at 9:50, but that the actual stream wouldn't start until 10 o'clock. And sure enough, the countdown timer has 2 minutes left, so it looks like it's going to start fairly close to 10 o'clock. Top of the hour, I guess, for those of you that are not in the same time zone as me. No, for cross-border loads, you need to present your bill of lading to customs along with your carrier, insurance, and a bunch of other documents. Interesting. Just off the top of my head, one of the YouTube channels I'm subbed to is a Canadian trucker from Ontario, and he's an independent trucker running his own business of one, and he mentions a lot of the processes he has to go through in order to just go through a state or two. Interesting. Well, that's cool. That is very cool, and I appreciate that you passed on the knowledge from watching his videos on to us. But yeah, it's interesting that we need it just to go across the border of states. I wonder if that's only a California thing, or if that is the case in all other states as well. But I feel like it wouldn't be the situation in other states too, because I feel like that would just be so much stopping for truckers who are going across the country. Dude, brake checked me there. But, I mean, he did the right thing. He slowed down for the officer. Yes, sometimes it's listed as a BOL, but it includes information about what is being shipped, its origination, and its endpoint. Interesting. Very cool. Well, thank you for the knowledge, guys. I appreciate it. That is easily my favorite thing about live streaming, is that if I've got a question about something, you guys usually have the answer. Alright, and we're getting closer to nightfall here. So once it gets dark, I'm going to advance time as long as I could still make the delivery on time. So we'll take a look. I'll pull over once it's like dark, and then see what we're working with. Could be just a California thing with the regulation that's associated with California alone is pretty staggering. Yeah, that's a good point. I guess it probably is just a California thing, and it probably has to do with the fact that they've got like different trailer laws and stuff, and different laws on what you can actually haul into the state and whatnot. All the other states don't really have anything like that. Or at least anything that's not like super obvious. You know, like certain other states like obviously allow turnpike doubles and others don't. Like But if somebody pulls up with a turnpike double, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Yeah, that's a turnpike double. That's definitely not legal here, you know. So, yeah, I feel like maybe that's just the case for California, but I could be wrong. Do I hear crickets? Is that in the game? I think it is. That's kind of cool. Again, I don't have any mods on, so that's cool that they included like the cricket sounds as night falls. What wheel do you have? I have the G920. G920 with some Thrustmaster LCM pedals, a Logitech G920 shifter, and an Arduino handbrake. That is my full setup. Move the mic around a little bit so I can actually see the Assetto Corsa live stream. Alright, a night has fallen. So I think when we get the chance to pull over again, maybe next time I see a rest stop or something, I will pull in. And again, I have fatigue turned off, so I'm just going to advance time on my own. I do have the Logitech shifter. It's a Logitech G920 shifter. I mean, I guess it's the same no matter which one, but yeah, it's the Logitech shifter. It's the same one that comes with the G920, G27, G29. I think the G923 also comes with it, but yeah, I just say G920 shifter instead of Logitech shifter, but that was my bad. It is just the Logitech shifter. Now that I'm thinking about it, we actually are probably fairly close to our delivery point. Oh no, we still got 3 hours left. Do I just pull over on the side of the road in advance time? I feel like maybe I will. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull over right here. Alright, everybody, brace your eyeballs. Oh, actually, I should see how much time oh, yeah, I still got 22 hours. Okay, I'm going to be plenty good. Alright, brace your eyeballs, because we are setting the time to 7 a.m. Shapow. Flash of light. Alright. And now... Oh. Hey, wait a minute. Hang on. That's new. What is this? Landscape supplies. Interesting. So with 145, they did introduce 2 new companies, like on the... Oops, not what I meant to do. On the map. They introduced 2 new companies. They're over here in Cody. They introduced this waste management place and this 18 Wheels Garage. But that is another new company, and that one is not, so that must be a Montana specific kind of deal. Alright, let's get this window all the way down and try and get out on the road here. Alright, this person's letting me go. Thank you, person. Let's roll this window back up. Should have done 5 a.m. I normally do 5 a.m. But I just wanted to skip ahead straight to the real daylight. I wanted to just go straight for the daytime driving. My apologies for looking over consistently. I am now watching the ACC live stream, and it has started, and they are currently showing Indy. They're showing the Indy road course. I am so excited for those American tracks. It's so cool, especially Watkins Glen. Watkins Glen. Oh, of course. There's a huge rest stop, literally right there. Oh well, it's fine. But yeah, I'm super excited for the American tracks because, and I was saying this in one of the Discords I'm in earlier, but I think I'm most excited for Watkins Glen because that's the one track. Like, I've been watching NASCAR since I was a little kid. I just within the last like 2 years have been getting into other forms of racing, and so Watkins Glen is the only track that I've watched cars race on since I was like 4 years old. And then of course now, you know, NASCAR has started doing the Indy Road Course and started doing Circuit of the Americas, but yeah, the Watkins Glen is the only one that I've actually like watched since I was a little kid. So super excited for that one. That doesn't mean I'm not also super excited for the others. I just am most excited for Watkins Glen. But, yeah. I really need to focus though on continuing to talk about talking about American Truck Simulator, because that's what we're playing. We're not playing ACC right now, so. Wait here till scale is clear, then 3 miles an hour. Alright. I am waiting here. I don't think I'll be able to only go 3 miles an hour though, but I'll try. Jeez, all these people take so long at the scale. Yeah, 3 miles an hour is nearly impossible. I'm literally not even touching the throttle, really. Sort of did it. I think I went 5, but that's okay. Alright. We are good. And now we gotta get back up to that 55 miles an hour. Oh, I actually don't have to merge. Nice. Trucks use right lane. I gladly will. How did you connect your pedals to the Logitech wheel? They are not connected to the Logitech wheel. The pedals are plugged directly into my PC. They have their own USB plug, and so I just plugged that into the computer, and that's how they work. They're considered a separate device. So like in other games, I mean, I guess in all the games, you have a certain number of devices that you can use at one time, and they're all considered to be separate things. So like, it'll, in Assetto Corsa is a good example, because in Assetto Corsa I'm using, of course, the handbrake, the pedals, and the wheel and shifter all are considered separate devices. So when I assign buttons, it'll say like device 1, button 1, or whatever, if it's the wheel, let's say. And then the pedals, if I were to move the throttle, it would say device 2, button 1. And then the shifter, or the handbrake, same deal. It'll then say like device 3, button 1. Yeah, lots of different ways to attach stuff to your computer and make it all work together. Oh man, I gotta be honest with you. I forgot your name. Eric? I think it's Eric. But either way, there is a game on Steam called CarX Drift Racing Online. Yeah, I have a few friends that have that one. I personally am not interested in getting it. It seems a little bit too arcadey for me. I did have CarX Drift Racing on my phone, and I loved it, but I eventually just got bored of it and deleted it. And it seems great. I love the customization options and stuff, and it seems really cool. Seems like a fun game, but just not my thing. But yeah, a lot of people really, really like that game. And hang on a second, another new company. I noticed another new company parked over here. What does that say? Faraday Energy. Interesting. So we're going to get a new energy-related company. I'm assuming maybe that'll be another place for, like, windmill parts to be delivered to, possibly. That's cool. We're kind of finding all kinds of new companies in this in 145. Very nice. I love it. Love to see the potential for new companies to be in the game very soon. Wow, the cruise control is not having a good time right now. Okay, I'm just turning it off. That was getting quite annoying. Alright, let's see if it'll work now. Nope. I don't know why it does that. But it is kind of annoying that it just doesn't hold the speed constant. It like accelerates and slows down, accelerates and slows down, accelerates and slows down. That's not how actual cruise control works. But that's okay. It might just be because... excuse me. It might just be because I'm using the adaptive cruise control, and again, the adaptive cruise control is still very much in beta, so maybe it just has something to do with that. I would certainly believe that. Do you know how to fix my laggy stream? Like when you live stream, it lags for other people, or are you saying that you're watching my stream currently and it's lagging? Why are you slamming on the brakes, dude? Totally not necessary. And there we go, California drivers, you know, what can I say? Alright, we are rolling into San Francisco. Almost done with this load. When you live stream. I mean, there's a lot of different things it could be. It could be just that your game graphics are too high. It could be that your streaming graphics are, you know, like your OBS settings are too high. It could be that your internet isn't strong enough. I don't know if you have like a wired connection, if you're using an Ethernet cable or not. But yeah, when it comes down to a lag, that's the one thing that sucks about when your stream lags, is that it's really hard sometimes to figure out why it's lagging. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't tell you anything for sure because I don't know, but those are all things to check for. I don't know how high-end your PC is, but if it's like a medium-grade PC, then you could look up like OBS medium PC settings or something for streaming. That was exactly how I figured out my settings. I just looked up OBS best high-end PC settings for live streaming, and boom. And then well, also Jeff helped me, but I first looked up that and then used some of Jeff's suggestions to help really smooth out the stream the rest of the way. And now it looks great. Should I use wired internet? Yeah, using wired internet is always better. Because then, you know, there's not that that risk of like something interrupting the connection. I mean, of course, like your internet could still go out. I mean, it's not like it's going to prevent that from happening. But with Wi-Fi, there's other signals and stuff that can get in the way and make your internet not be as strong. Whereas with a wired connection, you're getting literally like direct connection to the internet. So it is nice and fast at all times. And an excellent example is on my computer when I use Wi-Fi. My download speed is like 5 megabytes a second or something like that. When it is a wired connection, my download speed is like 105 megabits a second. So yeah, it definitely makes a very, very large difference. That ambulance just ran a red light. Okay then. That was something. California, I'm telling you. Weird stuff, man. Weird, weird stuff. Dang it. I was hoping my light would go green next. Well, gives us a chance to look at the trailers from the outside view again for a little bit. Really do love these trailers. They look so good. Funny enough, in real life today, I saw a trailer that looked exactly like the SCS ones. It was a single. It wasn't a double like what I'm hauling currently. But it was the same type of dry bulk trailer. Literally same shape and everything. And I was like, well, there's what SCS modeled theirs off of. So that was kind of cool. Industrial Boulevard. Can't imagine why they would have named it that. No, don't go, you idiot. Thank you. Alright, I believe we're pulling right into this first one here. That's a new AI vehicle. Don't recall seeing that before. Like, I think now that I'm like actually paying attention, I noticed that that's not the first time I've seen it on stream so far today. But that definitely is a new one for maybe not this version of the game, but at least very recently. Maybe it is this version of the game. I don't know. All right. Pull up until we're green, and there we have it. And let's go ahead and get unloaded. How do you skin your trailer and trucks? Are you asking me like how to skin trailers and trucks, or are you just asking what method I use? Because there's a lot of different methods that you can use. Wow, looks like we are up to 7 likes on the stream. Thank you everybody who has liked the stream so far. Do greatly appreciate it. What do we do now? Do we continue with loads in the double dry bulk trailers? Do we switch back to the fuel tanker? Or do we do something else? This is tough decisions. I've only got about 40 more minutes before I gotta go. How do you? It is a fairly complicated process. I mean, I can't just like explain it. But there's plenty of videos on how to skin. At least I feel like there is. There's probably quite a few different tutorials on how to skin on a line. So yeah, I would recommend just looking up a video on how to do that. And again, there's different techniques, different ways to do it, but they all work the same. They all result in skins being made. So yeah, I would recommend doing that. All right, which one of these do we want to do? I'm kind of down for any of them, to be honest. What are we feeling? Anybody give me an answer? I'm leaning most towards Grand Junction, even though I probably won't be able to finish it on this stream. But I am definitely down for any of these others as well. Y'all just let me know. What city do you want me to go to? I'm gonna grab some water. What city? Anybody tell me what city to go to. If I don't get an answer here within the next minute or two, I'll just pick one. Thanks for everybody who is here hanging out, watching the stream currently. Even if you're not telling me what city to go to, I still appreciate you being here. Very, very happy to have y'all. Colorado's pretty sweet. All right, there we go. Colorado it is. All right, let's get this truck started. And I want to look at something real quick. So there is an exit right here. And it does go out to the road that I need to be on. Do we think there's an invisible barrier here? Or can I just drive out of here? Let's find out. So far, no invisible barrier. But it's also not updating as it being a road. So that's slightly concerning. It's not like a hidden path, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm gonna get up to the intersection and hit an invisible wall at the intersection. I can guarantee that's what's gonna happen. Oh, nope, it did mark it as a hidden road. Okay, we're good. Sweet. Well, that made getting out of there a lot easier. So that is cool. Weird, it didn't mark the first little bit as a hidden... It pulled it up on the map, but it says I haven't driven it yet. And then it did pull up the second half, so... It's a little odd. Oh, wow, those cars almost crashed into each other. That would have been wild. I witnessed a car accident the other day. That was pretty crazy. Speaking of which, I witnessed an accident and got it on dash cam, and I do have to edit it and send it into the police, because I did call in and I said, hey, I just witnessed an accident and I think I've got it on dash cam, and I did in fact get it on dash cam. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. I was the first person to call 911 too. And then they asked me what I saw, and I explained it, and they were like, okay, sounds pretty straightforward. If you could just send us the evidence anyway, the video evidence, that would be great. And I was like, I can definitely do that. And I still have not done that, but I do need to. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. Somebody just turned across in front of another vehicle and got T-boned, and it was pretty wild. There were no injuries though that I noticed, so that's good. But yeah, still was pretty crazy. That was the first time I've ever actually actively been paying attention while like at a certain car and watched it crash. You know, like I've seen a car accident happen before in front of me, but it was like I was kind of looking somewhere else and then heard and saw it and then looked over and like got to witness the end of it. But in this case, I just so happened to be looking straight at the car that then got T-boned. So that was pretty crazy. That was something pretty wild to witness. Oh, Phoenix is so tired. She's such a sleepy baby. Oop, I hit my phone. My phone. I hit my face on my mic. Alright, we are going to be driving on 80 for a while. Wow, that was a sharp... Oh, that was a sharp little merge there. One hell of a coincidence. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Definitely not something I ever expected to have happen. Alright, here we go, up the mountain pass into Truckee. I have done this drive in real life many times. may be going slow, but I'm going faster than this guy, so I'm passing. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, everybody behind me, too, but gotta do what I gotta do, you know? It's getting steeper. Oh, we're losing speed fast. The flashers are now on because we have gotten no speed. We are going 30 miles an hour. Gangster 1930s. The new trailers only have loads in certain cities, so it's possible that you just haven't gone to a city where you can find a load or something like that. But if you like go into your pause menu like this, and you click job market and click cargo market, and nothing is showing up, then that definitely is a glitch or something. So you may want to report that to SCS if that's the case, or if you have mods active, which I certainly recommend deactivating all your mods if you're going to be on 145. But if you have any mods active, it is very likely that is a conflict. But I have been able to get loads for both of the new trailers without any issues, and I am on a mod-free profile. So just something to note. It could definitely be a mod conflict. This truck is speeding up at the exact same speed that I am. Wanted to pass him, but I'm not going to be able to. Oh, is there a right lane that's open now? Oh, I'm just going to get back over. There is a right lane that's open, but it's closing very soon, I think. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. So maybe I'll be able to pass this guy on the right. You are very welcome. I am glad that I could help. I'm going way faster than the speed limit. This rest area is an exit only, so I need to get back over. Okay, we cleared him. We're good. This is the rest area that I always went sledding at as a kid. Okay, I don't know why you're going so slow. I know I'm speeding, but he was going excessively slow. Alright, steep downgrades. Just gonna let it coast for a minute. Time to throw on the engine brake because coasting has gotten me going too fast. There we go. All right, we made it down the steep grades without any issues. For anyone who is just joining the stream, the reason I keep looking over is because I'm watching an ACC live stream. They're showcasing the new tracks that are coming to the game, so I'm just taking a look at them. But I promise I'm still here, still reading the chat, still paying attention to things. Looks like there are... Oh, another person just liked the stream, whoever that was. Thank you. Do appreciate it. We're now up to 9 likes. That is exciting. Always good to see. So thank you everyone who has liked the stream. Thank you all who have said stuff in the chat as well. I do appreciate you guys being here and listening in. And we are almost out of California, and I will no longer have to go 55 miles an hour. I am looking forward to that. Wow, that agricultural station is sweet. That thing looks so cool. Oop, let's not crash into any other vehicles while we're looking at that. There goes our engine doing weird stuff again, and me drifting lanes again. Really gotta stop doing that. I'll say the one thing about adaptive cruise control in this game is that sometimes you end up going really slow and you don't even realize it because the cruise control just adapts for you. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, I'm going 20 below the limit. I've had that happen now multiple times. So, although the adaptive cruise control is super cool, sometimes I realize I could be going much faster if I just get into the other lane. Like right now. Oh, it's registering cars on the other side of the road. Again, the adaptive cruise control is still very much a work in progress. It does, for the most, aside from turns, it works very well. I will admit. Oh, I can go 65 now. I was wondering why all of a sudden everybody was going fast. All these people that were going slower than me are now suddenly going faster than me. And that explains it. The speed limit has been raised. We are no longer in California, apparently. I was looking for a, like, welcome to Nevada sign, and I never saw one. Getting up to 65 has taken quite a while. But we are finally here. Let's see if I can get back over. Nope, still there. I've been in this left lane for quite a while. Alright, I think we're good. Reno discovered, because I still haven't been here on this profile yet. Man, you can tell how old this part of the map is. Man, to just go from an area that just got reworked to an area that is still from like the base game from 2016 or whatever is really funny. Let's go into the outside view for a little bit. Take a look at these trailers. I'll turn on my UI so that I can actually see if I need to do anything important. Man, I can't remember the last time I drove through Reno in this game. It has been quite a while. Quite a long while. But here we are. We're finally driving back through again. Man, that off-ramp is just awful. Oh, it is so funny to see how far they've come. Those dotted lines, way too close together. And also, like, way too thick. The lines are just way too thick. But I certainly like driving through the older parts of the map because it makes me appreciate the newer parts of the map that much more because of how much better that they look. Oh, somebody just crashed on the ACC stream. They spun out big time. Silverware. That was the only thing that I could read on that sign was silverware. Oh yeah, 80-mile-an-hour speed limits, baby. Let's do it. I'm gonna put the hammer down. That's the beautiful thing about driving on 80, is that a lot of the speed limits are 80. And of course, as soon as I hit 80, I gotta pull over. And also, that turn was way sharper than I thought it was, and I had to try very hard to not roll the vehicle. That was a close call. Alright, let's see what we're grossing on this load. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see. We are at... oh, right under 80,000 on this one. 79,750. We are just under that 80,000 pound threshold. Alright, and we are back on 80. Now we gotta accelerate all the way back up to 80. I wish while I was at 80 miles an hour before I would have set my cruise control, but I was too busy on trying not to crash in that corner that I forgot to. And now I actually have to keep my foot down until we get to 80 again. I mean, I know I could technically just turn on cruise control and then just bump it up until I get to 80, but that's a lot of work. That's even more work than just holding my foot to the floor. For those of you that are here hanging out, I appreciate you all being here. Hope you guys are having a good day. I most certainly am. Good days always are nice. If you feel comfortable, say something in the chat. We can talk about whatever you want, as long as it's appropriate, of course. But if not, then just sit back and enjoy the trucking sounds and me talking about whatever it is that I can think of to talk about. There we go. We have reached that 80-mile-an-hour threshold, and the cruise control is now set. I keep running over onto the rumble strips and it shakes my steering wheel. I gotta try to not do that. Now that we're definitely not doing anything for a while because we're not in the middle of the city, we can take a look at the trailers again. They're so cool. Really wish I would have done a single rear axle truck, but that's okay. Next time. Next time. Oh, let's slow down a little bit for this corner. There's one thing about these dry bulk trailers is that they are very top heavy, it seems like. I guess not top heavy, just unstable. They want to flip easily. I gotta readjust myself in the seat here. My butt is starting to hurt. I'm sitting in the same position for so long. Some of the billboards that they throw in this game are so funny. Like, again, I don't have any mods active, so the billboards that say 555 divorce is one from the game. So SCS has some characters that make the billboard decisions, I guess. It's funny. Wow, that was a big bump. This seems like it's going to be another big bump. They did not make these very gradual, these changes in elevation. No cruise control. Stop doing that. See what I mean? In the turns, the smart cruise control is not very smart. We've got people pulling in front of us up here. Wow, he is going really slow. 25 miles an hour, all the way down from 80. You gotta love it. Now he's probably gonna accelerate faster than I will, so I gotta stay in this lane. I'm gonna keep my head turned here though, so that way if I do suddenly gain a lot of speed on him, I can just get over. I can see when I'm available to get over. Just about to that time because I'm starting to gain on him. There's nobody in this lane now, so now's my shot. Doing it. Come on, 9900, you can do it. Excuse me. We're about to go through a turn. Yep, and that means that cruise control is going to do that thing again. We're good. Yeah. I don't know how long the smart cruise control will last as far as me using it. It is very cool, but I think I gotta wait for them to really iron out the stuff because having it brake in the corners because it is sensing a car from the other side of the road does get a little annoying. I will admit. But once they've got the issues ironed out and it's working good, that will be a super dope feature to have. I am certainly looking forward to that. Oh, it's only 65. I'm going 80. Oh, but now I slowed down too much. The brakes are just a tad more sensitive than what I'm used to, I think. And I should clarify. The reason is because I adjusted my brake pressures on the pedals the other day because they weren't working right. So I recalibrated them and readjusted their dead zones and all that. And I just got to get used to it again. It's much different. Alright, it is looking like we're getting closer to nightfall. So I think the next time we see a rest area, I'm going to pull off into the rest area and we are going to call it for the stream. Seems like a good... Excuse me. Seems like a good time to call it. So once night falls and we get to a rest area. Let's take a look at the map, see if we got any coming up. Wow. We do not. Not until this one. How far away is that? Ooh, 3 hours of in-game time, and it is currently 7:43, so it'll be almost 11 o'clock by the time we stop there. I guess we could actually... I don't really want to stop in Elko. I guess we could stop at this rest area. Let's do that one. That one is not as far away. I cannot stop yawning. Pardon me. I don't know. Every single time I look to a certain direction, I start driving that direction. But I kind of try not to do that. Sorry, looking over at the ACC stream. Gosh, this guardrail is so close to the road. Cruising a little faster than 80. Don't actually know how fast we're going because my speedometer tops out at 85. But I am not even hitting the throttle or anything. Oh, we're only going 84. Okay. I did not hit the throttle that whole time and I was still just carrying that speed all the way through. I was just looking at the AI lights in the sky and stuff. I was thinking back to before they redid the lighting and how much of a huge difference the change in lighting made to the game. It just looks so much better now. So much better. I can't believe people complained when it first came out. They're like, it broke my game, stuff doesn't work. It's like, yeah, but it looks fantastic when it does work. That's what matters. Same with like Fmod. Everybody was complaining about all their sound mods going away and stuff. And it's like, yeah, but this is better for the game. The game vastly improves from redoing lighting and redoing graphics and stuff like that. I mean, it is certainly much needed. Oh, I think we're getting off here soon. Oh no, we gotta go through Alco first. That's right. Okay. Slowed down when I didn't need to. Oh, speed limit's only 65. I keep missing the speed limit signs. I must like keep passing them right as I'm looking over to the ACC stream or something. But I have definitely missed many, many speed limit signs so far in this stream. And there I go. Yawning again. Alright, finally. Passing the last truck and then I'll be able to get over again. I just don't like driving in the left lane, to be honest. In this game, at least. But it looks like I'm about to have to do it again. Maybe. How far away is our... Oh, we gotta stay in the right lane because there's scales ahead. And we gotta stop. Ooh, so actually, maybe instead of stopping at the rest stop, I will just stop at the way station. And then we will call it there. So we will weigh ourselves and then loop back around and park. Oop, I almost overshot it. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Hang on. There we go. Alright, so let's pull it on over into here. And park up. Alright, and there we have it. Alright, so that is going to do it for today's American Truck Simulator stream. I hope you enjoyed. I know I certainly did. 1.45 is so exciting. And I had fun talking to everybody. There was a lot of people in chat today, so thank you for all of you who were active in the chat. Thank you for everybody who liked the stream. I had a great time, and I'm already looking forward to the next stream, whenever that is. So, thanks again, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.